Now, this was a good win and most important win for the Golden State Warriors to tie this series up. Now, let's look at the stats of Steph Curry. Did well. Draymond Green almost had a triple-double. Klay Thompson. Whew. I will be honest with you. Okay, now Klay Thompson injury is I think a left tightness hamstring. My guess is of when he could come back. It's probably like 8 or 5 days of him coming back. So really, thank God it's not an ACL. I mean, like, you hate to see injuries like that. But yeah. Iguodala had ice it right there. Ice cold blooded right there. Cook, Sean Livingston did decent. Boga did decent. I think their bench did just decent. And, well, if I get to the Raptors, Kawhi Leonard with 34 points, 14 rebounds, had a double-double, but did not do well for the three-point line. Siakam, shockingly, did not have a good game. He shockingly did not. Gasol did not really shoot a lot, really. Lowry fouled out, and I'm telling you, if he ain't going to get going, this team ain't going to get going. Danny Green, I thought he just did a... Van Velt did pretty good. Powell did decent, so does Ibaka. Shooting percentage, the Raptors were just doing so great in the first half, and then that third quarter, everything went down with them. Now, what did I thought about this game? The third quarter got into Toronto. You could say Toronto's confidence got too much in them. And there's just one thing I need to know. The foul, when Draymond had the ball, why'd you not foul? Let's look at that video, because I did record it. I had to go back and question that. Let's look at it, please. When Draymond has the ball right about there, that is where you have the foul. I mean, yes, I am actually going back to look in this game, but yeah, I just think, wow. I just wonder how Drake's doing right now. So I need to know, why did you not foul so soon, right about there in that moment when Draymond had the ball? And he had it twice, don't forget that. So why did he not foul him? And personally, I think Draymond is probably one of the worst free throw shooters. And really, a loss like this for the Toronto Raptors, now they've already been through several home losses. The losses to the Magic in Game 1, and then Game 2, somewhat of the same situation like it was against Philly. But what's more important right now, Golden State needs Klay and Durant back soon. Now, Kevin Durant is questionable for Game 3. But will he be back soon? I would not have a doubt that he would. But if Kevin Durant is out for Game 3 and Klay is out for Game 3, then they're in trouble for Game 3. And that's another thing I'm trying to understand for Toronto. You had an opportunity right there in the platter. No Durant, no Looney, no Klay, and you still lost like this. But somehow, some way, the way you lost is the hurtful part. You guys couldn't shoot right. Something happened after that first half. What was it, 17-0 or like 14-0 in the beginning of the third quarter for Golden State? I'm just sitting there and I'm just watching TV. I'm just like saying to myself, my God. Brown can't get a shot going. They don't get something up, they'll lose. Now, they did somewhat show up in the fourth quarter, but when Klay is out for the rest of the game, and who knows how long Klay could be out, I wouldn't be surprised if he shockingly somehow comes back for Game 3. But when that guy is out, you take that advantage and try to go up 2-0. So really, looking at this game, the fact that you blew advantage like that, it's just unacceptable. And here's another thing. Kawhi did not have enough support tonight, and I really thought Gasol and Siakam would show up again. really, they did not. So, what's the game plan for Game 3? Personally, I think Golden State will somehow find a way to win Game 3. If both Clay and Durant do come back, then we'll see what happens. So really, at this point, you can't blow opportunities like this if you're Toronto. You just can't. The only funny thing about this whole game is now Drake. I'm actually wondering how he's doing. I really don't care for Drake, really. I really don't care for him. Just shut up, Drake. See, Drake, you can shut up. You can officially shut up. But seriously, though. We don't know the stats of Clay. If he's out for Game 3 with Durant, I might have to pick the Raptors. But Cousins, I don't know. I mean, he did better. He had a double-double, but how healthy is he? Even though he had moments. Really good, big moments. But still, if Clay is out for a while, it's going to be hard. It will get harder. Until Kevin Durant comes back, who he might come back in Game 3, but if he doesn't, and Clay out too, oh man, it'll be hard. But thank God it's not an ACL for Clay. Thank God, still. But yeah, this game, I would say, huge disappointment for the Raptors, gigantically. But you can't say the series is over. It's not really over. But this is what happens, though, when you have both Clay. And Clay was balling, so was Steph. When those two ball, though, they find a way to get it done. But if one only gets it done, if only one does really good and the other is just then you're not going to win at all. But tonight they both did. But really, we'll see how long Clay will be out. Who knows? Maybe he'll show up in Game 3. And maybe Durant will. But still, though, when you're Toronto, you just can't blow opportunities like this. You just can't. Because this stuff, like this, comes back to bite you. Drake, that comes back. Well, that's why I'm straight.